We almost completed last session this chapter. Today we will complete this chapter and we will start new chapter. In this chapter we already covered the sessions of this all. What is the desktop content, the application launchers, and all those things we already covered. In last session we already covered the what is the Genome desktop, customizing the appearance of Genome desktop, effects, font effect, desktop wall. Last session we already covered this content. The font tab can be used to select the default font, the font which you want to use for your desktop or your system. When start any application, that by default font will be appeared. To modify this font, click on the font tab as shown in figure 7.18. See, this is the font tab. The font which you want to use, you can select from this font tab. See, this is a font tab. Application font, document font, desktop font, Windows title font, fixed width font. Now, the list of some of interesting special effects that you get this mentioned below. Desktop wall treats the workspaces as walls that the user can switch between. Desktop working as a desktop wall. We are able to switching from one program to another program. Desktop cube and rotate cube treat the workspaces as faces of the cube that the user can rotate just like a rolling die. Magnifier, as per name you know very well, magnifier used to zoom the application, allows the user to magnify certain portion of the screen for better readability. If any text we are unable to read, the size will be small. At that time we are using magnifier to increase the font size or increase that image big size. Especially useful for demonstration before a large audience using multimedia projector. Enhance zoom desktop. How to zoom desktop? Allows the user to zoom in out desktop at the current location of the mouse pointer using the combination of super mouse scroll wheel. Opacity makes windows visible simply by hovering the mouse over. That means moving the mouse pointer from one portion to another. Windows preview. How to see the window? Display the small preview of the window for an application. When we hover the mouse over its mini representation window, how window will be see? We are able to see in Windows preview. Blur window makes the windows translucent to show the high preview of the what is behind them. Blur window. Fading window, blur, fading, all these effects are already come in in desktop and mobile also. You are able to set this setting for our desktop system or for our Ubuntu system. Minimizing window, maximizing window, water effect, Bobby windows, animation. You must be underline and read all these lines properly. Summary. In this chapter, we discussed the genome desktop. We saw how to use three major components of genome. That is the top panel, the desktop, and the bottom panel. The desktop and the bottom panel. We looked at the list of built-in software available under the applications menu. We also learned the use of places menu and the options available. Under the application menu. We also learned the use of places menu. Options available under the system menu. System menu, places menu, desktop bottom panel, top panel. Finally, we saw how to customize the appearance of the genome desktop. Appearance, Windows effects. What is desktop? The portion between top panel and bottom panel. You must be complete this exercise in your notebook. I hope you are able to understand descriptive and objective questions. You should be complete in your notebook. At the time of exam, in exam you will be asked only objective questions. We complete this session here. Now we will start our next chapter, chapter 8. Basic utilities in Ubuntu Linux. In the previous chapter, we looked at how to operate a computer with Ubuntu Linux operating system. We will further expand the discussion by looking at some basic utilities that Ubuntu Linux provides. In this chapter, we will introduce your terminal, gedit editor. We will see how to multiple files and directories. We will have a look at the calculator application. As mentioned earlier, Linux also provides some built-in application for entertainment. In Windows, what is Windows and Linux? Windows is also operating system and Linux is also operating system. You know very well. In this chapter, from 6, 7, 8 chapter, we are learning about the Ubuntu Linux. What is Ubuntu Linux? How it's invented? Now, which applications are available in the Ubuntu Linux? We already covered. Now, in this chapter, we are going to what is the terminal, what is the gedit text editor, and which are the entertainment application. We will have a look at Genome Image Viewer, Rhythm Box Music. If you want to see image viewer, Genome Image Viewer. If you want to listen music, Rhythm Box Music Player, Totem Movie Player, and GIMP Image Editor. These all are the entertainment application in Ubuntu Linux. Now an introduction to terminal. If you want to use the CLI in Ubuntu, there are two choices. You may use one of the 6 text mode virtual terminals in Ubuntu by pressing Ctrl, Alt, and Fn key combination. Underline this line. You may use one of the 6 mode virtual terminals. There are two choices. First 6, there are total 12 windows in Ubuntu Linux. You may use one of the 6 text mode virtual terminal. Virtual terminal, there are 6. We are using any one. Ubuntu by using Ctrl Alt Fn key combination. Underline this line. By the pressing Ctrl Alt Fn key combination, we are able to open any one text mode virtual terminals in Ubuntu, where n is the number of terminal. 1 to 6. These virtual terminals provide you the original plain vanilla text mode experience with the addition of small number of colors by displaying the text. Here you cannot have your CLI session and the GUI program side by side. Also, the use of very convenient copy paste functionality is not available here. It is generally used when for some reasons you cannot start graphical session if we have already started graphical session. We may have also CLI session. What is CLI? Command line interface. Running as GUI program using Genome terminal or the terminal. It provides CLI environment inside the GUI window. It provides a much more attractive display and allows us to have multiple terminals. Other GUI programs on the screen can coexist at the same time. It allows us to resize and reposition the windows for simultaneous use. It also allows us to copy text from one program to another program, GUI or terminal, and paste in the other. See, this is a GUI window. Today I am concluding my session here. We will continue this chapter in next session. Thank you very much.